The fragrance of the soil. A story about love, simplicity, and the true meaning of happiness. The first rays of the morning sun slowly spread across the endless wheat fields of northern India, turning every dew-covered leaf into a sparkling jewel. A cool breeze drifted through the fields, carrying the soothing fragrance of fresh soil, blooming mustard flowers, and damp earth left behind by the night's gentle mist. Birds chirped joyfully from the branches of ancient banyan trees, while peacocks wandered proudly through the fields, their colorful feathers glowing beneath the golden sunrise. Nestled among these fields stood a tiny village named Sundarpur. It was not a place marked on tourist maps. There were no luxury hotels. No shopping malls. No highways. Only narrow dirt roads lined with neem trees, small mud houses painted with colorful patterns, children running barefoot through dusty lanes, women drawing water from the village well, and farmers walking toward their fields before sunrise. Life here was simple. People didn't measure wealth by the size of their houses or the number of vehicles they owned. Instead, they measured it by respect, kindness, honesty, and the love shared within a family. Among all the villagers lived a young farmer named Ramesh. Ramesh was 32 years old, tall, broad-shouldered, and strong from years of working beneath the burning sun. His skin had darkened from endless summers spent in the fields, his palms were rough with calluses, and tiny scars on his hands told stories of years of hard work. But if someone looked into his eyes, they would see something rare. Peace, contentment, and endless hope. Every morning before dawn, while most of the village was still asleep, Ramesh would quietly wake up to the sound of a rooster crowing somewhere in the distance. He would sit up slowly on the woven cot inside their small mud house and fold his hands before the small clay shrine in the corner of the room. "Thank you for an other day," he whispered softly. Not because life was easy, but because he believed every sunrise was another chance to work, to love, and to smile. Outside, the village still rested beneath a blanket of soft blue dawn. The stars had not completely disappeared. The moon still lingered faintly above the fields. Only one tiny orange light flickered inside the kitchen. That light belonged to his wife. Her name was Gauri. Many people believed she was the most beautiful woman in Sundarpur. Some even said that when she walked through the village wearing a simple cotton sari, she looked more graceful than queens dressed in silk. Her beauty wasn't loud. It wasn't covered in expensive jewelry. She had long, silky black hair reaching below her waist, naturally glowing skin kissed by the morning sunlight, expressive dark eyes filled with warmth, soft pink lips that almost never stopped smiling, and delicate silver anklets whose gentle chime announced every step she took. A tiny red bindi rested perfectly on her forehead. Green glass bangles sparkled around her wrists. Fresh jasmine flowers were tucked into her hair every morning. Yet anyone who truly knew Gauri would tell you something remarkable. Her smile was even more beautiful than her face. She believed happiness was something you created, not something you purchased. Before the village awoke, Gauri had already swept the courtyard, fed the chickens, milked their 2 buffaloes, fetched water from the clay pot, and lit the traditional earthen stove. The smell of burning firewood mixed with fresh coriander, onions, garlic, and warm wheat flour filled the little house. She hummed old folk songs while rolling fresh rotis by hand. Ramesh walked into the kitchen and smiled. "I woke up before sunrise today." Without looking up, Gauri laughed. "You say that every morning." "I really did." She finally looked at him and crossed her arms playfully. "Oh? Then who was snoring when I started making breakfast?" Ramesh scratched his head. "Maybe the buffalo." Gauri burst into laughter. "No, definitely my husband." Their laughter filled the tiny house. The walls were made of mud. The roof was covered with clay tiles. Rainwater occasionally leaked through during monsoon season. The floor was plain earth carefully swept every morning. There was no television. No refrigerator. No air conditioner. No expensive furniture. Only a wooden table made by Ramesh's father many years ago. 2 woven cots. A few clay pots. Copper utensils polished until they shone. And love. More love than many palaces ever contained. After breakfast, Gauri carefully wrapped fresh rotis, homemade butter, green sea, hilly pickle, sliced onions, and jaggery inside a clean cotton cloth. She handed it to Ramesh. "Don't skip lunch today." "I won't. You always say that." "I promise." She narrowed her eyes. "Promise?" "Promise." She smiled. "Good." Then, before he left, she gently adjusted his scarf around his neck. "You work so hard." "So do you. But your work feeds us. And yours gives me the strength to do mine." She smiled shyly. Those simple words meant more to her than diamonds. Ramesh stepped outside carrying his farming tools across his shoulder. Before leaving, he turned around. Gauri stood in the doorway watching him. She always did. Every single morning. She would keep watching until he disappeared beyond the mustard fields. Only then would she return inside. Not because she doubted he would come home, but because every goodbye deserved to be cherished. The path leading to the fields wound through golden mustard flowers swaying gently in the breeze. Butterflies floated from flower to flower. Parrots flew overhead. The distant bells tied around grazing cows echoed peacefully across the countryside. As Ramesh reached his small field, he smiled proudly. It wasn't much. Just 2 acres. One planted with wheat. The other with mustard. The irrigation canal barely reached his land. His old wooden plow had been repaired dozens of times. His bullocks were getting older. Sometimes they lacked enough money to buy better seeds. Sometimes the rains came too late. Sometimes they came too early. Every season was a gamble. Yet Ramesh never cursed his fate. He simply wiped the sweat from his forehead and continued working. Because he believed something his late father had once told him. The earth always rewards those who respect her. Meanwhile, back at home, Gauri washed clothes beside the hand pump while chatting with neighboring women. One of them looked at her and sighed. "Gauri, you are so beautiful." She smiled politely. "So I've been told." Another woman laughed. "You should have married into the landlord's family. You would have had servants. Gold jewelry. A big mansion. A luxury car." Gauri gently squeezed water from a sari before answering. "And would I have found Ramesh there?" The women became silent. She continued softly. "If the answer is no, then I already have everything I need." The women exchanged glances. No one had an answer. Because deep inside, they knew she meant every word. Months passed. The wheat ripened into waves of gold. Harvest season finally arrived. The entire village celebrated together. Men cut wheat with sickles. Women tied bundles. Children ran through the fields laughing. Someone played a doll. Someone sang old folk songs. Someone distributed sweet jaggery. Even though everyone worked from sunrise until sunset, smiles never disappear. Red. Late that evening, after finishing the harvest, Ramesh and Gauri sat outside their little home on a woven charpai beneath a sky overflowing with stars. There was only one lantern between them. Gauri poured tea into 2 steel cups. Ramesh took one sip and smiled. "This is the best tea in the world." She laughed. "You say that every evening." "I mean it every evening." She looked toward the fields glowing beneath the moonlight. "Do you ever wish we were rich?" Ramesh remained silent for a moment. Then he reached for her hand. "I'm already richer than I ever dreamed." She tilted her head. "Really?" "I wake up beside the woman I love. I spend my day working on land my father left me. I return home to someone waiting at the door. I sleep beneath a peaceful sky. What else could I ask for?" A tear quietly rolled down Gauri's cheek. Not from sadness, but from gratitude. She rested her head on his shoulder. Neither of them spoke again. They simply listened. To the crickets. To the breeze moving through the wheat. To the distant temple bell. To the heartbeat of a simple life. And in that quiet village, beneath an endless sky full of stars, two people with very little discovered a truth that many wealthy people spend their entire lives searching for. Happiness is never found in things we own. It is found in the people we love, the memories we create, the hands we hold through difficult times, and the hearts that choose each other every single day. For Ramesh and Gauri, every sunrise was a blessing, every shared meal was a celebration, every hardship was lighter because they faced it together, and every ordinary day became extraordinary simply because they had each other. And perhaps that was the greatest wealth anyone could ever possess.